Welcome to Autism Knows No Borders, a podcast where people connected to autism inspire change and build community. Together with the Global Autism Project, I'm your host, Rachel Harmon, a professional with over a decade of experience in the field of autism services, outreach, and advocacy. Do you want to feel a sense of belonging and express yourself freely and without judgment? Are you looking for a safe space where people accept you for who you are and support you on your journey of advocacy? If so, you'll want to listen to this episode, where members of our Global Autism Community talk about how being part of our online space has helped them grow. This week, we're celebrating the 4-year anniversary of this podcast, as well as the 3-year anniversary of our online Global Autism Community. It's been an eye-opening journey that continues to surprise, inspire, and move us. We've learned so much from self-advocates sharing their experiences, family members talking about acceptance, and professionals discussing best practices in the field of autism services. We've covered a wide range of topics such as ableism, bullying, masking, the neurodiversity movement, intersectionality, disability rights, dating, communication, personal growth, cultural humility, and international collaboration, and even controversial topics like person-first versus identity-first language, the puzzle piece symbol, and ABA therapy. 4 years after launching Autism Knows No Borders, we are more energized than ever to keep going. There are still countless meaningful stories out there, and we want to bring them to you. We will continue to elevate autistic voices. We want their stories to keep traveling across the world so that more and more people can join us in the cause for autism awareness, acceptance, and hope. A huge thank you to all of our guests for educating us with their unique perspectives, as well as to our team members who keep making this podcast happen. Our visual creator, social media manager, and community moderator, Danielle Terrell, and our sound designer and editor, Mark Aliana. And, of course, many thanks to you, our dedicated listeners, for tuning in each week, sharing your takeaways, and, ultimately, giving meaning to what we're doing. If you're a new listener, we'd like to welcome you as well. Our online Global Autism Community has been growing over the past few years. This is a space where members have the possibility to share insights, listen to different perspectives, and create real change in their own communities, whether they're autistic individuals, family members, or service providers. Special shout out to another one of our community moderators, Christina Casperson, who monitors posts daily to ensure that our online space remains safe and respectful. If you're interested in joining our moderator team, you can send me a direct message in the community. Last week, some members of our community got together virtually to celebrate our anniversary. We played games and got to know each other in a more casual setting. Today, you'll hear an excerpt from that special event featuring autistic self-advocates Sarah Bradford, Stephanie DeCramer, Adrian Sanchez, and Christina Casperson, as well as fellow community members Cheryl Albright, TJ Laram, and Danielle Terrell. In this episode, discover what's possible when humans connect. And now, I present you the Global Autism Community.
I'd love for you guys to grab something from your desk or from wherever you are, something that you can use to describe yourself. Okay? Who's ready? Cheryl, I think you have your thing all. Yep. Okay. Go ahead. Tell us what it is and then use it to describe yourself.
So one of my clients gave me this, my little bag of sweary affirmations. So if you know me, I'm Zen 90% of the time. And then when I have to advocate, I get mouthy. So this one says, when the world says you can't, I say, watch me. And if you know me, it's funny.
Okay, love it. Who else would like to share? Also, no pressure. You don't have to. Challenge by choice, guys.
Okay, I have something sitting right here that my daughter bought me in Las Vegas, and it's a sparkly keychain that says Sarah, and it wraps up everything about me. Sparkly, a little extra, 2 extra for the letter H, by the way. So that's my name.
That is totally you. Yeah.
I was just in my little crafting / work from home corner. So I feel like everything in there describes me. But I picked up my planner for this year that is a map. And I was like, well, this is perfect to describe me. It's not completely full because I'm not always 100% consistent, but there's a lot of good things that can go in there and exciting things to happen.
Yeah, love it. I'm just going to share it now, jump in. I was also going to pull up my planner, Danielle, because I think without this, I would just be completely lost. Like if there's too many things floating around in my head, I have to write it down. And it's a bullet journal. I don't know if you guys know, but the pages are actually blank and you draw in your own calendar based on what works for you. And I love that because it's personalized and it can be flexible and just like hold pretty much my brain in one place.
In my one, Shiraz was telling me I should start collecting the posters from my shows. I've never done that before. So he started taking them home for me, and he wants to I don't want to put them up on the wall. I think it'll be too cringe. He wants to, but it is right next to me. So there's me there in the May Mayhem, 11th of May, Radstock. So he's stole one of them. He's probably going to put it up. I refuse to have it camera side though. That's also why if anyone sees like random bruises on me, that's also why it's like wrestling related.
You shared a link with us one time of a YouTube video. I watched it. I watched one of your fights. It was great.
You're so badass, Steph.
I have this one.
It's blurry.
What is that, Christina?
It's a luggage tag an organization gave to me. They gave me some other swag and they gave me a book and stuff, but this was on my desk. And it's an organization in Tanzania. And about 10 years ago now, I drew some comics for them for the health education in Zanzibar. And so it's special to me. And also because I've traveled quite a lot. So I did that a long time ago. I only got this tag maybe the last time it was given to me last time I came back from overseas. So I've only had it I haven't got to really use this tag yet, is what I'm saying. I'm actually planning to go back to Thailand this summer in June, hopefully. And so I will get to use it for the first time. So great.
Exciting. Adrian, do you have something to share?
As a matter of fact, I do. This is my mouse. It's pretty much in the shape of a VW Bug. It's one of my favorite vintage cars, and it's a representation of what I usually like to collect too. I like to collect little model cars, and this one just happens to function as a real mouse. The headlights even light up.
That is so cool.
Pretty good representation of a good piece of my work, of what I like to work on, and at the same time, it's also helping me to concentrate with my work as well. It's pretty much my bug buddy.
I love that.
It's a bug that's actually a mouse. No pun intended.
Nice.
Cheryl knows what's up. This will represent me. Empty French press. You know where I've been.
After 2 skill core trips, yes.
Yeah. I drink coffee. I thought that was kind of actually, weren't you counting one day, Rachel, the amount of cups I was drinking in India?
Oh, that's right. Yes, I remember now.
It's because the black coffee in India doesn't cut it. That's like instant. It's horrible.
You're always filling your cup.
There you go.
Peter, do you drink it straight from the French press?
Oh, yeah. Just like that all day. Yeah.
Is that sarcasm or are you legit?
100% sarcasm.
Okay. I was like, is this like an American thing? I don't know.
Oh, this is a fun little game that we do in our skill core interviews, actually, to kind of break the ice for the group and people get to know each other before even going on a trip. So we have a few more minutes, guys. And, as we are celebrating our 3rd anniversary of the community, I'd love to hear from you guys. What have you been getting out of the last few years as being part of this space? And maybe any words for people to join, to invite other people.
I think you say it in the podcast episodes where you say, if you want to, for especially professionals or family members that want to hear more from autistic voices, my brother doesn't have one. I'm not sure if he would curse as much as I do. So, so it's nice to hear that, just even though completely different people, just hear something from an autistic voice so I can have some clue of maybe what's going on in his brain. I have an idea, but it's just nice, like whether it's like sensory or thoughts on therapeutic intervention, parents' perspectives, all of it. And so I might not interact a lot, but I do pay attention in the community. And then when I come up against something, which I've done, and I've put it in there and went, what is going on in the world? And so I just find it helpful. And it's the only platform I'm aware of that elevates autistic voices.
For me, it helps me feel like just connected to other people. It makes me feel like not as alone. I love to hear different people's experiences. It makes me feel listened to. So it just makes me feel community. Everyone needs community.
Yeah. Thanks, Steph. Christina.
I love how accepting it is. I love that when we get together, we never really have to mask. I'm encouraged by what I see other autistics doing, and it inspires me to achieve too, and chase after my dreams. And yeah, it's been a very good experience for me. I really didn't when I was diagnosed. I did join some Facebook groups, but I didn't get involved in everything autistic. I was drawn to this community, especially because of the international perspective that it has. And for someone who's lived overseas, both as a teacher and being autistic myself, I was just so curious to see what was happening here. And I also love how people in this community are really serious about reform for ABA and topics like that you're not afraid to take on those challenges. Sometimes on Facebook, I see some people giving this group some hate, people from the autistic community giving this group hate and making assumptions. And this is really a different kind of group. It's really a group that values autistic voices and wants the best for all autistic people of all support needs. And that's really great. So
thanks, Christina.
Well, I'd love to share. I mean, I think that this community was kind of my landing page, if you will, in my story as well, because I was here to make connections and as a mom, but then also shared in one of the podcast episodes that I thought that I might be autistic and I was going to go get tested. And then, here I got to show back up 6 months later, or however long it took, and say, I'm here. I knew this was where I belonged. And not only that, and I hope that you guys can share my sentiment, especially Rachel and Danielle, but the availability and connections that I've been able to make that have helped me also on my platform raise and elevate autistic voices in so many ways and bring people together and create these communities and just the family. It feels like family when you come back to these spaces and when you come to the events and things. So I'm so grateful for that and so grateful that I found this place I can call home.
Oh, thanks, Sarah. We're so happy you're part of it.
Yes, absolutely. It's just an amazing place to be. I always look forward to our roundtable discussions, and from working where I'm a little more removed full time and spend more time behind a screen, it's really great to have this connection and to communicate with everyone all over the world. I think the international aspect of it is something that's truly unique, and we get to share so much with each other, laugh together, learn together, cry together. It really is a family.
For the short amount of time I've been a part of the community, it's helped keep me grounded as a service provider, it's nice to make sure that I'm, I guess, trying to be the best provider I can for all the people that I work with. And that has, I mean, being part of the Global Autism Project community has been certainly helpful in doing so.
Mm-hmm. Adrian, how about you? I know you just joined recently. What's your impression so far?
Yeah, in my short time here, I've learned that it's a very open community and it's the best place to go to if anyone's ever feeling alone with autism. In other words, just having it hard to find the right people who don't share the same common interests or have the same sensory issues. And in the cities where there's not a lot going on, or other communities that don't express autism, especially if it's not being seen as a dynamic, it's nice to be on here and communicate with the others that support the good cause and trying to raise it up as being part of a global phenomenon, trying to make it part of diversity. And for anyone who is looking for the right place where they feel like they don't share the same common interests as everyone else and feel like they need to express it a little more, then this Global Autism Project is definitely the right place to be. I have some family members, and especially know about some people who have often felt like they were neglected by everyone. And there's never really an explanation for what they thought was autism related. So for anyone, so in this case, it's pretty good to be able to connect over the internet and be part of that global community if it's not local. So I would definitely recommend this platform.
Great. Thanks, Adrian. You know, I think something, Christina, that you said about us wanting to kind of move things forward, right? Like we're not shying away from some of those controversial topics. And I think what helps us do that is that when we approach these hard conversations, no one is made wrong. And that is part of the kind of like that safety, knowing that you can ask questions and that there's no stupid question. There's no shaming someone for not knowing or for thinking a different way. And I think that just really helps people express themselves more freely. And so, you know, you guys are the community. You've created this space. We've all like co-created it. And I want you to really own that. You know, this isn't the Global Autism Project show. This is the Global Autism Community. And all of you sharing your stories and your perspectives at the roundtables or in the comments online, or, you know, just even being here and listening and holding the space for other people, it matters. And you guys matter. So just really, really hold on to that. Okay. And I would love for us to just have an in-person event, maybe Global Summit. We can all meet up, or maybe something stateside, hopefully someday in the future. It'd just be so cool to just all be in a room and have a cup of coffee together, TJ, and just be with each other beyond the screen. So hopefully we can make that happen. But for now, we have this.
Thanks for tuning in to Autism Knows No Borders, and thanks for all of your support over the last 4 years. Are you a self-advocate willing to share your experiences and educate others? Are you a professional seeking to hear directly from autistic voices and improve your practice? Are you a family member hoping to support and empower your loved one? Whatever your role related to autism is, you can join our online Global Autism Community to connect and collaborate with people from all over the world. Sign up today at community.globalautismproject.org. Let's work together to transform how the world relates to autism. Thanks for listening. Take care.